as soon as you see like a country is taxing people more, and another country that needs capital, they're going to say, oh, actually, we're not going to tax, like, we're going to tax you not even like 2% even less from what they were taxing you before. So come to our country. And that will just give them a quick boost, especially if it's a democracy and they just need a quick boost. Like, they don't care about the long term of, I don't know, 20 years. What happens? Like, in a 5 years time, like, I'm serving a 5 years term, so I'm just going to bring some rich people, bring some money in, and like I'll get re-elected again. And doesn't matter that what happens in 20 years time. And I don't know, maybe they just grab all the capital of the country, but in short term, it'd be a success for the government. So I would say like it's all well to say that wealth tax will work, but as long as there are countries competing against each other, there'll always be a country that offer more incentives to rich people.
I think,
So
yeah, that is a brilliant point. Like tax jurisdictional arbitrage is what you're talking about. Geopolitical arbitrage is what you're referring to. And there are literally specific nations, many of them British protectorates actually, like the Cayman Islands and the Virgin Islands, where people, the number one export of that country is to be a tax efficient, tax haven. You're right. So if you're not going to be treating money well, it's going to go elsewhere. There's a famous phrase that money goes to where it's treated best and capital goes to where it's cheapest. And that adage has been the same for centuries all around the world. People are going to compete for rich people. Has there ever been a country that has initiated a wealth tax and it hasn't been repealed in quick order? Do you know any countries where it's actually worked? Because I have a list of countries for you right now where it hasn't.
yeah, but I think it has to come. Wealth tax, it has to come with a guillotine as well as an option for it to work. So you either pay up or be you know what I mean? Like, that's the only way, forcing people to pay more taxes. If it's down to people, they would just leave. Yeah, let's watch the rest of it because we haven't actually got to the video.
So should the top 1% pay more? Zach Polanski is the deputy leader of the Green Party and member of the London Assembly, thinks there should be a wealth tax. And businessman and former Dragon...
What?
Richard
Former
Farley
Dragon? What? Did he just say former Dragon?
I love the way it said former Dragon, and he just kind of like came in, it slid in like, eh. He slid in from the side transition. That was sick. Former Dragon.
Party and member of the London Assembly, thinks there should be a wealth tax. And businessman and former Dragon Richard Farley says the richest are already contributing lots of money to the country. So it's a big no from him when it comes to wealth tax. Just, Zach, before I come to this, just clarify. So when we say the top 1%, we're talking about, well, what you're talking about is what the ONS describe as wealth owners. So is that sort of assets of...
Tell us what you mean.
Who's the woman who was nice interjection? Tell us what you mean. Come on, Dan.
But you know what? The reason is because this guy, like many other proponents of this wealth tax system, don't know what they're bloody talking about. And I don't know what he's about to say, but I'm pretty sure he's going to talk without saying really much. He's going to come out with the same headlines or the ad hominems. He's going to come out with the sound bites. Oh, yeah, the rich aren't paying their fair share. And then when he's asked to scrutinize it and say, how is that implementable? He's like, well, you know, wealth tax, innit? But I might be wrong.
Yeah, unrelated. I don't know why he's like, with his beard, he's trimmed this side, but he's just left everything down there, so it just is like a downpour. Anyway, that's a
it's called the waterfall
grooming tip.
Yeah,
maybe work on the next stuff.
Yeah, so we're talking about assets, things like houses, pensions, investments, art, jewellery.
Of how much? Totaling how much?
So 1% of £10 billion or more, or 2% on £1 billion or more. So it's really important to point out, this is not about people's income. It's not about what we all earn with our hands, our brains.
So wait a minute. Sorry. He said this is not a tax on income. It's not about what people earn with their hands and their brains and their mouths. How do you think billionaires get rich? Do you think just like?
I mean, can't you say that's an income when you're renting a $1 billion? I mean, you receive income as like renting your capital, your houses. That's an income.
That is an income.
That doesn't even make sense.
Income, right?
Yeah, but
And also,
Yeah, that is
think about
anyway.
it, right? How many people would that tax apply to? 2% on people with assets over 10 billion is probably about, I don't know, 20 people in the UK. And assets over 1 billion is 1%. Again, there's not that many billionaires. So is
It
this a
was the other
symbol?
way around, I think.
Was it the other way
It
around?
was
So
higher. It was
okay, that
higher
makes
for
more
the
sense.
billion.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So is that a symbolic tax? Because it's going to be very difficult to raise it, number one. Or is it a tax that's actually meant to plug some kind of deficit hole? Or is it just to say, yeah, look at that Green Party guy, he wants to tax the rich? Is it just that?
Mm. Yeah, I think it is. I don't think it's practical at all. Like, it's
Well, it's
going to
not.
be so. You know how much it will cost HMRC? They're going to value people's assets. Then there will be big lawsuits because the billionaires can sue you out of existence. They'll
100%.
drag it in court, and it will cost you so much that you'll regret you ever mentioned that the 2% tax. They're like, okay, I'll
Right?
give you the 2%, but I'll take 10% out of it.
Right? Ultimately, that's what
'Cause-
happens. It drives the capital out. It's administratively impossible to collect the correct amount of money. There's
Mm.
capital flight from billionaires moving their assets abroad and being scared to have foreign direct investment in. And then you have the real issue of it actually starting to hit the middle class.